So, I did the first season mow, most of the grass and weeds, and a lot of clover mixed into everything that came up by itself, which I'm very happy about. Anyway, a lot of that stuff was between 12 and 24 inches tall when I mowed it under. Basically kind of mowed it under as mulch. Finally managed to burn the rest of the big brush pile down, and so now we can start incorporating more space as grow space, which I'm excited about. And I'm going to set up the overhead irrigation off of the gravity tanks from the ram pump in the barn, and I'm going to irrigate this fresh planting of rhubarb that I just did a video about yesterday or the day before. So I'm going to set up the sprinkler, and I'll let you get a shot at how well the sprinkler runs off of gravity. Alright, I've got it set on full beam breakup, and you can see it's a little slow, but you know, that's just from the top of the barn to here, so not bad, and it covers the area I'm after, and so it works. Further down the hill, it's definitely much better operation, and but that's obviously because there's more elevation and consequently more pressure that way. Anyway, May 23rd, 2017. I just retilled and replanted the sweet corn that got a little bit of frost damage. I didn't want to have low yields on it, so I just chose to replace it. But I just wanted to comment that I just put drip line in here, and I hadn't experimented with doing any drip line off of the pool yet. Wasn't sure if the pool was going to have quite enough pressure for that at this high of a spot. I guess I'll show you quick. The pool is right there, so there's not a lot of elevation difference there. Maybe from the top of the water in the pool to the drip is maybe 5 or 6 vertical foot, so you're looking at like 2 psi or so, not much. But I want to point out that it is dripping all the way across all 5 lines. And we're running off the pool, so that means that 4,000 gallon reservoir is going to work out like a charm. Pretty excited about that. So anyway, I wanted to show you that, and I guess I'll real quick show you the garlic. It's taken. Oh, and actually, before I take you to the garlic, the rhubarb is popping. As soon as I can spot it here again, yeah. The rhubarb is popping up and starting to take its establishment, so that's good. Little sprout coming on there. So I'm excited about that. That transplant went well. Garlic is doing well. You can see this end had a little bit more fertility. I think the chicken tractor stayed here longer 2 years ago. And that's what we're seeing there, because it's pretty definitive change from here to there to there. Yeah. So anyway, the garlic's doing well. I got extra layer of mulch on there in the form of leaves. I got to go through and do a little bit of between row weeding, maintenance, but it's not bad. And I got the final till in on the potato patch. And I'm ready to plant potatoes. I don't know if I'm going to do that tonight or tomorrow, but you can see I laid the drip line out and all. And I just want to say the drip line is a great way to do a row guide also, because you can lay your drip line from peg to peg like this, plant your row based on the drip line, and then you can, like in this case with potatoes, I'll be placing the potatoes along the row and then adding my amendments, some kelp meal, probably some alfalfa meal, and probably a shot of some nutritional amendment, full trace spectrum nutritional amendment, as well as an inoculant, probably Spectrum Extra on the inoculant. And then I'll just go along and zip those rows together. If it works out really well, my friend loaned me his Haas wheel plow, which is like a push behind type plow, but a great little instrument for nice loose sandy soils like this. So I may be able to just go right down these rows and zip them together with that. That'd make it real simple. But anyway, so I just wanted to bring you up to date on some things on the farm here. And I also transplanted some tomatoes, so I'll show you those quick. And you can see I just moved the chicken tractor today too, and they're on some nice green grass again, which they're excited about. And I got, so far I got 3 rows of tomatoes in. Rows are at 8-foot spacing. Later on there'll be other stuff planted between these rows. And ultimately these tomatoes will probably fill out the majority of the space between the rows. You'd be amazed. A bunch of different stuff in. These are reds and yellows. I don't know any more than that about them. My mom's friend Kelly gave them to her, and she gave them to me, and I carried them. Then this next row that picks up from here on through, down on this next row is a large cherry tomato. Those will be for markets and of course for munching as well. While we're here though, I just want to point out the difference. You can see these plants have had a foliar feed and drenched with the full trace and biological inoculant, and they're starting to take off. You can see healthy new growth coming on them there. That one's not as good. We had almost a frost here the other night, so I think they're a little hurt from that. This one you can really see it on. You can see the shininess of the leaves and the health and vigor, and you can see the hair on the stem. Very hairy stem. That plant is recovering well, but I want you to notice the vibrance and health of these plants that I started. And these were started with a full trace mineral, foliar drench type thing, and an inoculant right from the minute the seed went in the soil. And I just want to point out the difference that you see in quality here. This is right from the start, very dark, very healthy, nice short node lengths. And these were transplanted before their taproot bottomed out in the bottom of the starter tray, so that there's no stall and no retardation of growth. From the minute their seed germinated, they will have all the root space they need and all the nutrition they need to go at full capacity. And I think you'll find later in the season, I may be wrong in this, but I think you'll find that these will far outgrow those, just because of that initial high quality treatment with all the trace minerals and biology present on and in the seed right from the start. That gets everything from all the critical points of influence from start to finish, as opposed to these. I don't know what they were started in. They were pretty healthy, but I know they weren't running in like a high bricks, high fert type program. So we'll see over the summer how things change. And I am getting really long-winded on this video. I apologize, but there's a lot going on, and I kind of want to catch you up quick. The other thing I did after transplant is I put some kelp meal down. That's what this brown looking stuff on the soil is now. It just got wet in the light rain we had the other night. I was expecting a little more rain. I thought it was going to drill it in better. Doesn't matter, because I'm going to go back just like I did there and top over this with some wood chips. And I'll probably put some chicken manure down to make sure there's plenty of nitrogen, so the wood chips don't take nitrogen away from the tomatoes. And that'll provide a nice protective base and hold the moisture in and provide a place for the fungal communities to operate. And you can see where the chicken tractors came through here. Very big difference. That was our last spot. We're only there for 2 days in this spot. And that's just, so 2 days goes from that to that. And you can see there's a lot of weed seeds germinating out here. So I'll be coming through and probably mowing initially, and then tilling later on when I get ready to plant the next set of plantings. Anyway, I think that's a pretty reasonable update for now. Drip line works right off the pool. I'm really stoked about that. And planting season is on, and it's finally warming up, and I'm really excited about that too. So this is all the seed potatoes for the 2017 season from the 2016 season. Just wanted to get a good assessment of what we have to start with. And yeah, banana fingerlings there.